Live.
In the studio. Too Short. What's up, King?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, 40 years in the game and you not joking. Sir Too Short coming straight from Oakland. Man. It seems like you've done it all and seen it all, but you still seem hungry. Seems like you still got that thirst.
I mean, I'm a music man. I got some advice at a point in my career. I was probably like 30 years old, and that was at the time. When we come up, the first age-ism in hip hop said if you're a 30-something year old rapper, you an old ass rapper. That was
right.
way back in the 90s.
Right.
And then we got past that, and now we easily in our 30s, 40s, and 50s successful rappers and hustling rappers. But I just think, man, the advice that I was given was like, till the wheels fall off. Why would you stop? Why would you, retire? Why would you walk away from something that's a good thing? And I just took it as that. I was like, okay, I'm looking at rap like it's my job. When it's time to retire, the job is gonna let me know.
Right.
And
That's something, because I remember the 90s, and it wasn't even close to old. Because Run DMC was, what album was that? Not the last album, but the one Down with the King. They was like 30 something talking about Run DMC was old school rap. I was like, they were like 30. What did they say they was? Like 33 or 34. Something out there old. I was like, no about saying that they're old. No, they wasn't. It's like 33 or 34, whatever it was. It's not old. It's like, what the hell?
And so far, if I'm standing out on stage and there's thousands of people yelling and screaming, and the phone keeps ringing, and it's promoters with thousands of dollars, why am I sitting at home saying, I don't want to do this anymore? I'm too old or something. I'm like, what other job do I want to do? I don't want to do another
right.
job. I don't want to work in the warehouse or get up with the alarm clock. I ain't with all that.
Man, you took that first album title literally. Like you were serious about that. Don't stop rapping. Like, you got 21 albums out there, man.
I mean, think about the Too Short album covers. I take them all seriously.
Yeah.
Born to Mac. Serious.
Born to Mac, my favorite, my all-time favorite.
Yeah,
I know that was other ones that did bigger numbers, but that was my album. That was my real, true introduction.
And that is the
first time I heard it Too Short, because he'd been out, I guess, since 88 or 89. He was already on, what was it? I'll never forget that, because I had the CD somewhere. Album number 10. Somebody, he was, this is gonna be it. And next thing you know, what was it? 2-3 years later, Can't Stay Away. And they named the album perfectly. But I remember that. Album number 10. I had it somewhere. I think I got it from, what's that company called? Columbia House BMG or somewhere. I don't think I got it from Sam Goody. I remember, yeah, album number 10. He said that was gonna be it. A few years later, he's back. Can't Stay Away.
That's the Too Short I'm about to become. That's me getting it together. You know what I mean? Like that's the direction. I'm like, this is where I'm going with this. So yeah, Born to Mac is very important to my career. I've had a lot of rappers younger than me come to me and say, just looking at the album cover, listening to some of the songs on that album was inspirational for them. So, that's how we do it.
Man, I used to have this white kid that was trying to sign to me, and I didn't sign him. The guy sounded like, if there's such a thing, a white Too Short. I couldn't wait for him to get on and introduce him to you. Like, this dude was like fly, little young 15-year-old dude was super fly, but he couldn't get it together, man, with his personal life.
Right.
The girls,
Well, the pimping is not exclusive to one race, man. Anybody could be on either end. Pimp, trick, hoe, whatever. This is not a racial thing.
Right. But I want to back up a little bit when you was talking about that ageism thing in hip hop. I remember, like, at the time we were coming up, 30 years was cut off, and they really try to shame you if you're 30 years old. Right?
Yeah, that's not old.
Yeah, you over the hill at 30. And now, we got rappers who are in their 50s putting out records, and some of them are really catching hell, like when it comes to this so-called imaginary line that you can't cross in terms of age.
Yeah, they was like they wasn't messing with him or nothing, but I saw that clip with Method Man and Redman at the I think it's the Summer Jam thing. The fans being mild, know about that. I was like, what the hell? Now I'm sure they know who Method Man is, but they probably know him more from movies and acting and stuff. Like I remember 10 years, I think it was 10 years before that. Said it was Heavy D's last show. The fans, because I noticed it and I read the comments. And he was like, "Oh, okay, these fans are not excited. These fans are not hype at all." I said, "What the hell is going on?" They were just, it was bad. I was like, "What the hell? This is Heavy D. This ain't some rookie." And then same thing with Red and Meth. Like what? That did. I don't know what the hell that crowd was. Just, okay, somebody was saying they should have like the separate concerts like the new stuff and then one for the '90s. But I doubt they're gonna do all that. But that was what they were. They were mild. They weren't saying shit.
Why do we do our thing that we created like that? I mean, we created all of it, but hip hop is the newest thing that we created.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we try to do that to our artists? We don't do it to rock and roll. We don't do it to R&B. We don't do it to the pop singers, the folk singers, jazz, the Christian singers. Why do we do that to hip hop?
I think jazz to me is probably the closest genre to us as far as swag is concerned. Like the coolest guys on the block, the jazz guys were the hip hop kind of guys, and when they were first starting coming out young, they were the bad guys. Right. They did drugs and they talked slick and didn't really conform to society and did what they wanted to do. So I think as they aged, because I look at the blues guys and the jazz guys and the R&B guys, and as they age, they kind of just wear their gray hair and keep on blowing the horn and nobody says anything. And they get better because they're getting older and more experience. And I think hip hop, we're just so literal, man. Like we carried a little bit more of that street thing with us, and we just kind of, I don't know, we're just ruthless, man. Hip hop, I don't think because jazz was all about battling. The blues, they would battle, the musicians would battle and stuff, and I think with hip hop, we just ruthless, man. It was just like, I'm the best, you not, and this, we just kind of like to drag each other just in the name of the sport, the sport called hip hop. So I think hip hop does what it wants to do. I think that as far as the ageism goes, when a Puff Daddy gets older and a Dr. Dre gets older and a Nas gets older and and Too Short and E40 and Fat Joe's get older.
Nas still looks like he's 30 years old.
Like no matter what our opinions were when we were 30 and 20 or whatever, it changes, man. It changes, and I think hip hop hasn't been around long enough to see the change permanently. So now we're seeing that. I'm on a tour right now with Warren G, Snoop Dogg, myself, Wiz Khalifa. Everybody's like family, man. They got kids, and Snoop Dogg got grandkids, man. He out there rocking that crowd. Anybody's granddaddy in hip hop rock the crowd like that. So we just getting there. We're on the threshold. It's being proven. When I went out with Mount Westmore, my man E40, 30-something years of marriage. Ice Cube, same thing. Snoop and Cube, grandparents and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we rocking the crowd though. I'm not trying to down nobody on age. I'm saying we rocking that crowd just like we did 30 years ago. So I don't think hip hop has permanently inked that. Like, hey man, I know a dude that was 62 that was rocking it. Like we getting there.
Yeah.
That is something, boy. I'm still going back to the Run DMC thing when I was thinking about calling them old. It's like how old? 33, 34. That's not old. And then this Meth and Red with the crowd thing. The crowd was just like, know about that. It's like I said, they know who they is, but they think of him more as an actor now. Like if which this would be crazy, if LL jumped up there and the crowd was mild still, and it's not knowing who that is because they think of LL with the movies and the Deep Blue Sea and all this other stuff. And yeah, but he was a rapper first. He was first. So, man, saying about a man that 34 is old. Know about that? I don't know where they where they get that from.